Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. I, of course, am your host, CDB. You are not, and we have a lot of things to get to today, so we'll get right into it. We're going to revisit the Harry's razor because the good people at Harry's sent me a replacement handle, so we'll see how that holds up. As you know, I had brought up before that this thing just very easily slips off and you can flick it off very easy. They did send me a replacement handle. I'll get to that in just a minute. But first, I wanted to announce a giveaway. Today, we're going to be announcing for giveaway the Captain's Choice Copper handmade bowl, which you see here. Really, really nice, fine product. And the Captain's Choice Adventure soap here. So these two will now be for giveaway. To enter, you can send an email to me at cdb@imcdb.com and just write in the subject line Captain's Choice. Put your name and address in there if you want to. Do not expect a reply because I get so many entries, it's hard to reply to them. So if you send it to me, I will enter you, and then I will draw probably the second week of June because I'm going to be traveling a little bit. So we'll give you some time to enter. Let's say the deadline will be 1 June, and then we'll draw whatever weekend follows 1 June and announce a winner. So again, Captain's Choice Copper Bowl and the Venture Shaving Soap, which smells great and really nice bowl that you're not going to break. So that'll be great. The soap, by the way, we're using today is Katie's Bubbles La Piment de la Vie. One of the first Katie's Bubbles soaps that really sort of captured people's attention due to its very unique scent. I don't think there's anything really like it out there. It's a really fine soap. It's a different type of scent, a little spicy, but not too much. Actually, it says a sweet blend with just the right touch of spice, which I think that's a fair description. So that's the soap we're going to be using. We've got it loaded in our bowl here, which I've talked about a little bit before. We'll work our lather a little bit because it's been sitting there. Anyway, back to Harry's, because that's the main reason we're making a video today. So when you get the Harry's, it's usually in a box like this, and it's got instructions, which you can see here. And basically, to take the blade off, you push up on this little neck piece here, and then the blade pops off. So on this razor, it does not just pop off like this one, whereas it just pulls off. I presume this one is just worn out, I guess. I don't think it's terribly old, but it's, got some age on it. Maybe a year and a half-ish, I'm not quite sure. But this one, that does not happen, and you can flick it. I'm flicking it really hard, and it does not happen. So I don't know if there's been any change. Nope, looks like the same design, but this one definitely, as you can see, it just comes right off really easily. This one does not, until you sort of push that. Now, if you put a tremendous amount of force on this and pull as hard as you can, I'm sure you could probably force it, but I'm certainly not trying to do that. So at least on a new handle, doesn't appear to be an issue. Over time, it may or may not end up like this one. So time will tell. We'll use it and see. We'll go ahead and use this one today. I want to thank Harry's for sending the replacement for me to try out. And again, this one does not do what the other one does. So mine is perhaps worn out, I want to say. And I don't know if the wear is sort of inherent, like in a year or so, you're just going to naturally cause this thing to do this, or it's an aberration or what, I really don't know. But anyhow, we'll get going with this today. Let's work our Katie's Bubbles La Piment de la Vie a little bit here, because it's been sitting while I've been yapping. And then we'll give this guy a shot and see how it goes. We'll go ahead and, I guess, do a face shave today, and then I'll shave the head maybe off camera, or maybe I'll do a head shave on camera. I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, we'll give it a go and see how it goes. Let's wet the face a little bit here. I hope everybody is doing well. Hope you've had good weather where you are. It's been crappy here. It rained all weekend. There's no chance to do anything whatsoever outside. which is bad for me. I like to be outside in the summertime, as you well know, or approaching summertime. I'm not sure when the official summer season starts. I think around, I don't know, late May. I don't know, maybe it's already summer. I don't even know, but let's put it this way. When the weather gets warm, I like to be outside. And of course, when it's raining, that's not a particularly fun time to be outside. So it's been raining really since Friday. It rained today, and we haven't seen the sun much. So I'm anxious for it to, or hopefully the weather will improve. Get a chance to do some things outside, maybe do some fishing or something. Looking forward to maybe going and doing a little fishing with a friend of mine. And just getting outdoors and doing some things. So let us roll with our new Harry's and see how it goes. I don't expect any problem. Again, the blades are very good. They work very well. It's a cost-effective razor, at least relative to, like, you know, your Gillette prices. Now, one thing that is a point of concern for me is I believe the parent company of Schick bought Harry's not too long ago. And so I'm concerned, and this could be totally unfounded. I worry that maybe they will start to escalate prices as a result because, you know, it's competing against Schick razors. And so Schick has their sort of Cadillac versions of their razors, like the Gillette Fusion and all that kind of stuff. Schick has the, you know, the offering in that sort of range with, you know, sort of expensive blades. And so I hope they aren't buying out these companies in order to deep six them. Because I imagine companies like Harry's are really cutting into Gillette profits because people are like, why in the heck do I need to buy 4 blades for $30-some or whatever it is when I can get it for half of that or less? And so that's why, and they work just as well. I can tell you that because I've tried the latest and greatest Pro Fusion rolling monstrosity razor, and this one, you know, works just as well, Harry's, and it's, you know, around half the cost blade wise. So I hope that these companies like Schick, and I think I might have saw somewhere maybe Dollar Shave Club got bought too by someone. I hope they're not buying them to deep six them. I mean, they could. Once you buy a company, you can do whatever you want with it, but I would assume that Harry's has such a, you know, decent market share that they wouldn't want to just deep six it. But if they start elevating prices to make them no longer cost effective, then people will go away from them. And I would too, quite frankly, because the only reason I use them is because it's cheaper than the old carts, and I really like them on my head. I don't really have to use them on my face all the time. And I don't use them on my face a lot of times. I use DE, but they're not as expensive, and so as the Gillette offerings, and so therefore I'm like, okay, not bad, and they work really well, actually, for me, both on my face and my head. But if those prices start to shoot up, then it will no longer be worth it for me. I will tell you that. I'll just, you know, use disposables on my head or whatever. But as of right now, it's a really good option. It's enjoyable. Especially, you know, these blades for me usually last about a week. And so it's not bad. Let's see what we got here. Anyway, I hope everybody is doing well. Again, not much has been going on. Just been working and really trying to stay afloat like everybody else. You know, looking at, I follow the news, and sometimes that's a little disheartening with the, I think I made a post the other day, I think on Facebook, about just the tribal nature of people now and how difficult things have gotten. For example, and if you saw the Facebook post, you'll be familiar with what I'm going to say. But you know, now you have the Democrats talking about, or they may have already done it, holding Barr, the Attorney General, in contempt. And of course, the Republicans are defending him, and the Democrats, are all have their pitchforks and their mob, and the point I'm making is not that they're wrong to do it, but I can remember when President Obama was in and they were investigating like Fast and Furious. Holder, the Attorney General, got held in contempt, and the Democrats defended him, and the Republicans all had their pitchforks. So I think a lot of people ignore things when it happens to their tribe or whatever persuasion they happen to be of. They'll tolerate it, but when it's the other party, they're all up in arms over it. And so that's not a good thing, in my estimation. You should be consistent. And so if you feel that, somebody's breaking the law or not operating in the way they're supposed to, or doing things that are not great, the party to which you belong should not really matter. If you're right, you're right, and you're wrong, you're wrong. I've had a lot of criticisms of President Trump. I've had a lot of criticisms of President Obama as well. No president is perfect, but, I try to be at least consistent. And I think a lot of people have real problems holding people accountable when it's someone that's on their side, per se, their side of the political aisle or what have you. And that's disheartening. There's not very many people that play it down the middle anymore in terms of, right, wrong, and all that sort of thing. And so it's difficult, especially when you see the same people that were jumping up and down about one thing, and then when it's their side, they just ignore it. And so that's just where we are, sadly. Not much you can do about it. But in terms of the shave, as you can see, the razor head has held on with no problems. Again, I think this is going to be a time will tell type thing where I just have to use it and remove the heads and see if it just wears out. It might just wear out. And if it does wear out in a year and a half or 2 years, maybe that's not the greatest handle design, but I will say Harry's just stepped right up and sent a note. I didn't ask for it. They just reached out to me and went, that it shouldn't be doing that. Let's send you another one. So thank you, Harry's. I do appreciate it. And I do hope they come out with a head shaving product, because I would certainly like to try it when they do. Who knows what that might be. They did reference that they might be coming out with something a couple of years ago, but I haven't seen anything on that front. So we'll see. So probably going to do a head shave after this. I don't think I'll record it. I think I'll just listen to a podcast or something, sort of zone out and enjoy myself. But after I do, I'm just going to throw on some Lucky Tiger today. Just go old school. And again, today we used the Katie's Bubbles La Piment de la Vie, which is a really nice, it's a unique scent. It's hard to describe. I don't know if it's 100% for everybody, but I think it appeals to a lot of people. It was just, I think, one of his first real hit things, hit scents, I should say, that people really talked a lot about. And it's still in my arsenal. I like it. Don't forget the Captain's Choice giveaway. Again, send an email to cdb@imcdb.com. Put Captain's Choice in the address, in the subject line, and just type your name and address in the body, and I will draw somebody at random first or second weekend in June, and then I will send that to you. Again, please don't expect a reply on those. I just will not have time. Also, I use the West Coast shaving brush, which will be given away probably next, so stay tuned for that. But also, last but not least, I want to thank Harry's for sending a replacement handle. This one does not come off, so we'll see how it goes. But as of now, it certainly doesn't come off, so mine evidently is defective. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB. You are not. Thanks, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.